I'm going to talk about this whole thing that's been going on with me and YMH Studios. Now, we'll start at the beginning. On last week, at some point, Danny Brown, who was on Two Bears, One Cave, podcast on YMH Studios, and he was opening up about a couple of different things that I thought were interesting. The first of which, he talked about the gathering of the Juggalos incident, something that I've been after since it happened last year. I posted a video speculating that Danny Brown relapsed at the gathering because it seemed to me that maybe he did. Now, it took me a few days to even watch this video. Now, the other thing I noticed is that he tells this story about Diane Ward basically sexually assaulting him in Paris. When I noticed this story being told, I was like, wow, that's a big deal. Has no one reported on this? No one was reporting on it. So I took that clip too. I thought that that was an important thing to take and to put out there into the world, because Diane Ward has been kind of on a string of these weird incidences and stories, this being the latest of which I think was maybe the most shocking in a lot of ways, that it's another pretty well-known artist. And it's an artist that, you know, I used to fuck with Diane Ward. And I fuck with Danny really heavy. I'm a big fan of Danny. What happened at the gathering of the Juggalos affected me heavily. Because I am a Juggalo and I'm a huge Danny Brown fan. I met Danny at the gathering. I told him how much I love him, how much I love that he fucks with Juggalos like that, just on some Detroit shit. And when he performed, he freaked out and he threw the mic into the crowd and he said that the Juggalos were on some commercial Coachella shit. Anyway, I've been following this story for a fucking year now. I'm literally the only Juggalo YouTuber who seems to fucking care about it. Let's be real. Now, what ends up happening, I take those two clips, right? And this fucking Diane Ward story went viral. My clip was shared on Complex, iHeart.com, Hip Hop DX, websites around the world, straight up, were sharing my clip. YMH Studios, or more importantly, YMH Clips YouTube channel, ends up taking the clip a full day after, pretty much after I shared my clip of the Diane Ward story. This is a reaction to the story blowing up and becoming a low-key viral moment. What they end up copyright striking, though, interestingly, isn't the Diane Ward video that blew the fuck up. It's the Danny Brown ICP one that's more relevant to my YouTube channel that they copyright strike. Now, this is all well and good, whatever. I'm guilty. I'm straight up guilty of taking the clip. But here's the thing. I thought it was relevant to the things that I'm doing on my channel. But maybe I shouldn't have just taken the whole clip. Maybe I should have chopped it up. Whatever. I'm guilty of what I did. But YMH Studios, let me talk about them. Your Mom's House is a podcast that is built off of clips from other YouTubers. Literally, they blew up off of clips from other YouTubers. Why are they fucking with a small Juggalo YouTuber and hitting them with copyright strikes just for using some of their content that's relevant to shit that I do? Now, here's where the story gets more interesting. They hit me with a copyright strike a day ago, basically, or at least that's when I noticed it. Okay, let me back up a little bit. So the Danny Brown Show, his podcast, comes out number 8. A few weeks back, sent Danny Brown an email asking him about the gathering of the Juggalos incident in that email. Danny Brown answers my email, reads my words on his show asking about this incident because, like I said, I'm one of the only motherfuckers that really cares about this shit on YouTube, period. I take a clip of that too, and I react to that. I think that video is safe. I hope it's safe. I hope it's considered fair use. I'm a little naive, I'll be honest, of what's considered fair use and not. I really don't give a fuck at the end of the day. I just want to share fresh shit. That video is still up, by the way. The Diane Ward one and the original Danny Brown Two Bears, One Cave clip are gone. The Two Bears, One Cave clip of talking about ICP, that's the one they struck. I took down the Diane Ward one to avoid a second copyright strike. If I get a second strike, I can't do shit on this channel for 2 weeks. That stresses me out. I want to be able to do shit on this. If I get 3 strikes, I can lose my channel. Long story short, this is getting a lot longer than I intended it. Long story short, I share that clip, and almost on some petty shit, in my mind, these motherfuckers take the same clip from the Danny Brown Show and share that as well. Hi, Humble Mung here with a quick interjection. I just wanted to point out, I'm editing this video right now, and I just noticed, look who YMH Clips used for the Danny Brown clip to represent as juggalos. If you guys don't know who this is Deviant or Horror. This really shows they have no idea about our culture. Anyway, let me continue my rant. I'll be honest, it seems to me like you guys over at the YMH clips page don't even know the relevance of some of the shit you're sharing. Why are you sharing the gathering question? That's my question, by the way. You guys are sharing the question that I asked almost on some petty shit in my mind. Maybe I'm paranoid, whatever. They did that shit, I think, as a little like, well, shit, he's sharing that too. Let's share that as well. Maybe there's something we don't know. That's what it seems to me, because you guys didn't know what you had with the Diane word story. And you didn't know the relevance to the Juggalo world this Danny Brown story was, until I basically pointed it out to the world. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. And I also, as a little bonus, I sent Your Mom's House Studios an email before I went on here. And I'm going to read you guys that email. Now, I sent this email in hopes that Your Mom's House will be cool and get rid of the copyright strike. And I'm hoping, honestly, I'm making this video in hopes that someone sees this, brings it to their attention, and just gets rid of the fucking copyright strike. At the end of the day, it fucking stresses me out that my stupid Juggalo YouTube channel might be, limited or taken down. I enjoy doing this shit because I enjoy doing this shit. And once again, I do feel it was relevant to everything I do. But anyway, I'm going to say that a fucking third or fourth time in this email. Here's the email I sent to your mom's podcast at Gmail. And if you want to send them an email to juggalos and juggalettes who are fucking watching this shit, your mom's house podcast at gmail.com, and let them know Humble Among sent you, and to get rid of the fucking copyright strike already. Hi, I'm Humble Among, a small Juggalo YouTuber that you recently hit with a copyright strike over a Danny Brown video clip I used. My apologies, but you must understand, I am the only one in the Juggalo YouTube community that was pushing for a resolution to this story. I even posted this almost a year ago, and I gave them a link to my Danny Brown relapsed video. This was right after the gathering incident last year. I'm also the guy who sent in the Ask Danny question email about the gathering incident on Danny Brown Show 8. Also relevant to my channel directly. I also low-key broke the Diane word story. Did you guys not notice that was a story? Is this all because of that? Are you mad I blew that up? I have to ask. I took that video down to avoid another strike from you. If you would have reached out, I would have gladly taken it down. I'm a fan of Danny Brown and Your Mom's House. Very disappointed to see a podcast studio literally built off of others' clips striking down a small YouTube over using their clips. I understand I was in the wrong, but I felt it was relevant to my channel and my content, and I still feel it was relevant. Please consider removing this strike. I will remove the video. Thank you, ha. And once again, if anyone from Your Mom's House is seeing this, just take away the fucking strike. It's not that big of a fucking deal. Admit that I fucking broke the story. It's not that big of a fucking deal. I love you guys. Whoop, whoop. More small videos coming. Humble Among Broadcast System is taking a small hiatus while I wait for the new computer to show up. Big announcement coming soon for the channel. Stay tuned. Whoop, whoop.